They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, Carter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They hand off to their big tight end. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. .31 yards on the punt there. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Hot!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Down right around the 25. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. James has got it. Complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
No. Check. Patriot.
Back to the air on second down. Murray. And an alley to run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Okay, Paul, we got Gun! Watch him now, Barney!
Geis with a carry on second down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
All right, now, lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like, it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on fourth down. Operating from the gun, Murray. And my goodness, this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll run on first down. Carter. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Play action. It's Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete here.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Throwing on third down, Newton. That's complete to Meredith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, it's Newton. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Newton on first down. They'll roll him out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10. Newton again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think they factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut! Hut!
On 1st down, Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Gun!
To throw again, Murray. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And he spins past him and into space. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Detroit!
From the gun, Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Going underneath for Gordon. And now running right through it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. On 1st down, Newton eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a 1st-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his 1st interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his 1st career interception. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 1:59 to go in the 1st half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Murray. And his throw here's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left, but his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
They'll hand it down to Geis. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
All right, now, look at 56.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
On 1st and 10, Murray. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd down, Michelle. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On first down, this is Geis. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And some room to maneuver. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
They'll go option to the short side. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a third down.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Michelle. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is first guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Murray stepping up. He's going to keep it. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
20.
From the gun, here's Newton. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On the handoff, it's Michelle. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd, here's an... Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Off play action. Newton. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 27. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A give. This is Michelle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This is Geis, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Well, he stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. 12 more yards there and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Rolling to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Newton to throw. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Newton throwing again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They snap it to Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and get it with Geis. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. First down now, but that clock rolling.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Now a run with Geis. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On the ground, it's Geis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3rd down. Here's Geis. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. He'll look to throw. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by M.J. Stewart. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. On 1st down, Carter. And a very short pickup there across the 50. To the 16. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.